Sacred Saturday Recap, 31 January 2026. Computer game, Nancy Drew, Sea of Darkness. Here I, Tanis Coralee of Seattle, recap my Sacred Saturday computer game playing from my Sacred Saturday on 31 January 2026. The computer game I selected for play this time was Nancy Drew, Sea of Darkness, 2015 game. This tradition is one I started as a preteen and continue on as I am able. It is a Saturday I dedicate to balanced eating and concentrated / ritualized computer game playing. I played the computer game on my 2011 MacBook Pro laptop with a built-in CD/DVD slot. All right, so here are my handwritten notes. I got in over an hour of play today. And I left off where I had gone. I had all the tokens. And I'm Tanis Coralee of Seattle. And Nancy Drew, Sea of Darkness 2015 game. It's a Nancy Drew young adult sleuth detective goes to investigate the disappearance of somebody who's a business partner who's working on a wooden ship, centuries old wooden ship in a town in Iceland. And so she's there to investigate. And I play, the player of the game plays Nancy Drew. And so I was working on, I'd previously found tokens, and so I was figuring out where to put them on the wheel, and I was like trying to create words based on like tokens that I had collected, and then what was already there. And so I solved that puzzle, and it worked, and I found something that Nancy had been looking for, and I put it with something else that had found, and it fixed an item. I was like, okay, I've played this game before. Now do I go here? And I went to there, which included like sounding depth charts, if you're familiar with nautical maps. There's sounding depth charts, which are like, from my own experience, we had a boat growing up. Sounding depth charts are where it shows like water and land, and for the water part of the map, it has a number that corresponds to how deep the water is. And so I wasn't quite there yet. I didn't have everything I needed for that to work. So I went back to the cabin, and I solved a crystals puzzle and found a couple of things after solving the puzzle. And then I went back to the ice caves to see if I could make any progress there, and I could. And so I broke through the ice in one place and explored the ice caves and found something. And went back to town, talked to a couple of people, and distracted a guy at a cultural center and did some snooping. And found some stuff and read some information and that kind of thing. And I decided to call it quits there because I made rather rapid. It was the crystals puzzle. I was like, that one took me like a chunk of time last time, and it took me less than 9 minutes this time. I was like, my brain is firing today. It's working. I was like, rapid speed up. So that's about the playing. And in terms of the food notes, I had Antarctic krill meat, brand Krill Arctic Foods, that I bought this past Wednesday at grocery outlet when I went to the movie theater. I got there, the commute time was less than anticipated. So I got some krill meat for this Sacred Saturday, and I ate it. A couple of firsts that I've played this game on Sacred Saturdays and Weekend Wednesdays before, and so I'm saying it here to put it here since I don't know if I've actually said it in the videos. This one, so Nancy Drew, Sea of Darkness, was my first computer game I played as part of both my Weekend Wednesdays and my Sacred Saturdays in the 2020s decade. Some of you have been waiting for me to say that, so now you have me. I said it. It was also my first time eating krill meat. I had not eaten krill before. I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, after that first bite, I had more bites. Yeah, there's a video, or at least as when I'm filming this, so far as I know, there's a video. The video is still there. So if it wasn't good, I wouldn't have kept eating. So it's like, there we go. That's something I thought about like earlier in life. Was like, I don't like a lot of seafood. It was a firmer texture. So if I had to describe it, if you've ever had like tuna albacore in like a canned form, the texture was like similar to that. A little bit softer like a clam, but it was close to that. It wasn't soft like shrimp or crab or lobster. I don't like those foods. I really don't like oysters. But also, but it was good, and it was in the nautical theme of the game, so it was a good pairing from my perspective. So there we go. That's my Sacred Saturday recap, 31 January 2026 computer game, Nancy Drew, Sea of Darkness.